Put the bunny back in the fucking box, crack open a beer, and enjoy me trying to do voices. Because this is the Bro4 Squad doing another world-famous movie commentary on Con Air. We are paused at 20 seconds if you're watching this on Hulu. The Jerry Bruckheimer Films Studio Pictures is fully up, so while you get there, let's go around and meet the bros. I'm Matt, alongside the mayor himself, Jeff Hornacek. Jeff, have you ever been incarcerated for anything?
It was like an overnighter, basically, like a 2-3 year thing. Wasn't that serious. So overnighter for.
I heard the girl kind of was asking for it anyway. Really.
She leaned into it, really.
She was wearing. Come on.
I mean,
as you said,
but
we're watching this on Hulu. If you want to buy the DVD, we'll put it down in the description so you can purchase it. But here we are. So keep your hands and arms in the vehicle at all time because Con Air is starting in 3, 2, 1, play.
You know, the rate that these like streaming services are going under, the time this comes out, Hulu might not even be a fucking thing.
What do you think Hulu is in points like, I mean, Netflix is obviously one, right? It's got to be. Then HBO Now or Go probably is 2.
Well, dude, that's the problem today. We're recording this on July 9th, 2019. HBO announced they're going to have a second streaming service called HBO Max that you're going to have to pay for.
So can you get porn on that, or I'm confused?
Still TBD. If not, dude, Cinemax should just come out with a straight porn streaming service. That would kick ass. God, Nicolas Cage. When he takes a role seriously, we all win.
Okay, I need to ask this question. Is this his best acting performance? Because he actually, like I'm not saying he does the voice well, but he kind of tries to do, he tries to do a voice in this. It's, it's not his normal voice. It's definitely a Southern voice.
It's out of control, the voice. Monica Potter from, of course, the first Saw.
It's better than Wicker Man. We can all agree to that. She's like, oh my God, I'm so glad you're home, and I barely cheated on you while you were gone.
He's like, how come the cable repairman keeps coming by the house so much? When we have dish. Nothing, not about sex or anything. This baby's going to come out all black, and then he's going to have a few questions.
Yeah, well, how is she pregnant and barely not showing if he's been, on leave? What do we just... Maybe he's in the National Guard, just went away for a weekend to do training or something, and now he's back. I'm not really sure how that works.
Or maybe he's in the Coast Guard, and a full deployment for them is a weekend.
Was there no hot actress at this time who was actually pregnant, and they could just delay filming for 9 months?
This guy, I bet the costume designer was like, boy, do I have some ideas for what drunk guy number 2 at the bar is going to be wearing.
He's like, I want the Joe Pesci from Home Alone hat. And then I want a bunch of denim from the Roadhouse set.
I want so much fucking denim that a Canadian person would walk in and say, I think that's about enough, don't you think?
A Molly Hatchet concert tee from 78. 77. 78.
I get how offensive it is when someone crumples up money and throws it at you, but if you can just bite your tongue and do that about 1,000 times, that's $1,000.
See, this is in Alabama. They support the troops. Maybe if this was in, Maine or something, I'd agree with this.
Maybe that guy's one of those dudes I'm a vet too. I mean, I didn't pass the drug test portion, but.
Well, he said, you're a pussy. That's why we lost Vietnam. I'm like, dude, I wasn't even I was barely born when that happened.
I was 3.
You're going to pin that on me?
I was 3. He's like, well, did you do anything to help?
That's like yelling at Kimba for the Celtics losing to the Pistons in '88. Dude, I just got traded here.
These guys are still lurking around. Jesus fucking Christ.
One guy's like, let's go kick his ass. Yeah, and fuck him. What? Yeah, you kick his ass.
They could easily just get in the car and drive off. This is really well lit. Who directed this? I'll get it. If you listen to the Bro4 Squad for the first time...
Bruckheimer film.
Simon West directed it?
Actually, I have a fun fact about that, Jeff, since you brought it up.
Lay it on me while Nick Cage beats some ass. Or gets his ass beat.
So Simon West, this was his very first ever movie he directed.
Oh shit!
But you might know him from a couple other things. And I don't want you to guess because you're going to guess TV shows. It's even lower than that. He did McDonald's and Pepsi commercials, and then was the director of Rick Ashley's music video, Never Gonna Give You Up, Never Gonna Let You Down. So
There's no
pretty
way.
impressive resume coming in.
The guy who directed the Rickroll video did Con Air.
Yep.
Well, that uppercut to the face right there was pretty fucking well directed.
Actually, that's a 97 move. That you can't even use that in the new millennium.
You're not allowed to. Dude, where is Nicolas Cage even on IMDb? He's like not in the first 15 build.
He's the star of it.
Yeah, this makes no fucking sense.
Should we put this in action movie bingo too, where basically you have two options, but you won't take the easiest one? Where he's like, dude, just plead guilty. You'll get a year in prison. He's like, I won't plead guilty. I'm like, well, why not?
Then they win.
Who?
I got some pretty good fun facts about this one when we get to it.
Okay.
Nicolas Cage, the first one, is there any actor that puts in more work and gets less out of it in terms of the product on the screen than Nick Cage? He's like the guy in the gym working on his jump shot all summer, and you get in the game, you're like, oh, you still can't fucking shoot. But Nicolas Cage traveled to Alabama to, and this is in quotes on IMDb, which I think is a little fucking rude, perfect, end quote, his accent.
See, that's what I was about to say. This isn't like a Bruce Willis or something, mail it in. Like, I bet Nicolas Cage tried his ass off for this.
Dude, I do have to say, just looking at some of these names like Ving Rhames, obviously John Malkovich, Dave Chappelle, who I read improvised most of his lines. Buscemi. The convicts were cast so well in this.
Oh, yeah.
How bad do you think Buscemi felt when they were like, you look exactly like a pedophile?
Dude, I'm just going to say this. This is 97. You have a fucking radio in your cell, Doritos. Take me to prison. You know what my rent is in the fucking place I'm living right now?
Yeah. Probably if you have Spectrum, you probably get better fucking internet in the jail, too. That's just playing the long game. I mean, no one likes snowballs, so why not give the janitor one of them?
This would be that was awesome. A bunch of pictures of his daughter, but then there's just a picture of like a Puerto Rican like prostitute. Like, yeah, that one was a gift too.
It's like, the fucking guy developing the photos at Walgreens always messes up. I mean, I'm not going to throw it away, but
that would suck being in prison because you're like, I'm sure my wife isn't fucking a lawn boy right now.
So how long is he in prison just for beating up 3 guys in a parking lot? Or did he kill a couple of them?
He killed the one guy.
Self-defense.
That's manslaughter. Unless, I guess it's manslaughter. Cycly just texted me that. So.
There is no way you could do pull-ups on that flimsy-ass pole.
No fucking way.
I think and then they'd be like, you're fucked now. You don't have any running water. You know, they told Nicolas Cage, hey, we can get a stunt double to do the handstands. He's like, oh, fuck, no, you're not.
I would love to be in prison. I'd work out the whole time. But after 2 days, I'm just like, I just have so much other prison shit to do. I just can't get to the gym.
Right. I'm a little busy. There's some people like Jared, the Subway guy. Apparently he's put his weight back on in jail. And I'm like, that's fucking hard to do.
Well, you eat like shit. That's one thing.
But you don't eat that much, right?
Feed you sugar and bread. Yeah, but I mean, you can eat a ton, but if you just eat lean meat and vegetables, you'll lose a ton of weight and get like toned up. But if you just eat ho-hos, you can eat 3 ho-hos all day and gain weight. So I've been
like, what are you doing the rest of the day? Just do crunches in your fucking cell. Look how cultured he is.
Jerry Bruckheimer. Dude, every movie he's done, like he did all the Pirates movies too. He just does like dumb, cool action movies that are just fun to drink beers to and eat Chinese food.
Yeah, Jerry Bruckheimer's pretty fucking bro. A lot of arms hanging out of the cells here. Can we get him back in there, boys? His birthday's coming up 5 days from when we record this.
This is what we should do. We should be prison guards. They would love us. We'd be so lenient. Like, come on, guys. Get your arms back in there.
Don't make me the bad guy. You know, I don't like it. Will you beat the
I
shit
don't care, but Jim's coming, and you know he's my boss. And I'm
Warden's coming. And if no one here gets beaten with a nightstick each week, we get in trouble. Is that the Bubba Gump shrimp guy? I 100% is.
And I hope it is, or that's insanely racist. I'm not even gonna look it
Oh,
up.
what color is he?
His shirt's shirt's uh damn it, his shirt's white.
You
um,
get a certificate for parole? I would fucking hang that up next to my perfect attendance.
yeah,
That is 1000% the Bubblegum Shrimp guy. Do we know this dude's name?
that'd be a good year for him. He had so this is 97. Forrest Gump was 94. That's a pretty good little 3-year window he had there.
He might be my Kelty Williamson, who played Baby O, but I'm still unsure. Yep, that is him. Bubba Blue and Baby O. Here we go.
That's it.
Have a good night, folks. I know he's in prison, but if you have sideburns like Poe has right now, you're still somehow getting pussy.
Yeah. Can I say something without sounding racist?
Probably not, but try it anyway.
Wouldn't it be harder in prison if you're white? Because you only have one option. Like, get a swastika tattoo on your head. That's your only option to survive. That's it. There's no way you could be, like, sitting with the African-American table at lunch. There's just no fucking way.
It's all about who you know.
I just don't think, like, you have one option. Just like American History X taught us, you have one option, and that's pretty much, it's the douchebag Nazi option. That's the only option you have. I didn't know Megan Rapinoe was in this.
I must have looked away. Who is she?
She was the soccer chick for the United
No,
States.
who's she in the movie?
It was just a side person that had her same haircut.
Got it.
I bet this chick gives the same speech. Just because I'm a woman, don't think that I'm going to be lenient. You can take advantage of me. Like, no.
What they need is like a paid actor in the front that she can beat the shit out of, like pretend to.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, she means business. Oh, my mom does this. Gives total strangers way too much background information. Anyway, I made her this mixtape. Hope she likes it. Track 2 is the Spice Girls. Okay, thanks.
Dude, Cage, is he always? I don't think he's always in this good a shape for one. He got
Enter
built
John
for this.
Cusack. So I got a fun fact about John Cusack.
Please share with the class.
Let me find it. Okay, so he plays Vince Larkin, right?
Yes.
This is according to IMDb. John Cusack allegedly dislikes this film so much that he refuses to be interviewed about it.
What?
Hey, John Cusack, get off your fucking high horse, bro.
What does he want to be interviewed about? He's in Better Off Dead, which is like a poor man's Ferris Bueller. It's a fine movie, but it was just some 80s pop movie. I don't really know what else he's in.
What's the movie where he holds the boombox up?
I'm pulling it up. That's Better Off Dead is just like that. That's like High Fidelity or something.
High Fidelity. Yeah, I actually like that movie. Is that the one with Jack Black where they work at the record store together?
Maybe. I've never seen that. I've never seen that movie, just that scene.
Half the budget was spent on that fucking scene right there.
Just-
Dogs, helicopters, motorcycles.
I just Googled John Cusack movies and Googled answered back why. Say Anything. 16 Candles, he was in that. He was the friend with Anthony Michael Hall. It's kind of his...
Did Google ask, did you mean Joan Cusack?
High Fidelity, Con Air, Better Off Dead. Being John Malkovich, he was in that.
It's a weird
He's in
movie.
Hot Tub Time Machine.
The first one, then they didn't ask him back for the second.
He was in War Inc. He was in Must Love Dogs.
Oh, yeah. I think he's in Runaway Jury.
Actually, he was in 8 Men Out. That's an actually really good baseball movie.
Yeah, Ray Liotta steals show there.
With him and Charlie Sheen. No, Ray Liotta's in, he plays Shoeless Joe Jackson, Field of Dreams.
No. Who am I thinking of then? Barry Pepper?
It's okay, we'll edit it out. No, I don't know who plays Shoeless Joe in that one. Charlie Sheen's in that one, though. In 8 Men Out.
Michael
Action
Rooker
Movie
plays
Bingo is
Yondu.
something- Action Movie Bingo is something we're trying to come up with, but Jeff, we also need the guy in the suit that basically knows everything, knows more than fucking anyone in the room, and that's Cusack right now.
There's also Guy, who is the protagonist boss, who provides exposition in the beginning and then is never in the movie again.
Right.
Montage of the good guys like weapons or vehicles. That's basically what this is.
I know these guys are the most dangerous killers in the United States, but I don't think you need all of the. I mean, what are they hiding a bomb up their ass? I mean, you frisked them. I guess they're thinking maybe their friends will come and try to set them free, possibly. Vin Raines, dude.
AKA Diamond Dog.
What the fuck's he doing right now?
Well, he's in Mission Impossible Fallout, tell you that much. This dude's like, is that part of the game? No, this is my Walkman. I like to listen to music while I do police work. Is that going to be a problem? No, as long as you do your job.
Sometimes people shit on this scene, but I love, okay, this scene is just a 5-minute just telling what everyone is. And I even love when they do the profile there. Suicide Squad did that, where basically they gave the name, the alias, why they're in there and everything. It just is a very quick way to just show you the characters so the movie's not fucking 3 hours long. Love it. Malkovich is, I'll tell you what, Jeff, if the superhero genre was as big as it was now in the 90s, I always thought Malkovich would be a great Carnage in the Spider-Man universe.
Oh, yeah. He definitely could be. There is a fun fact I need to get on all the people who are up for Cyrus the Virus. Give me 1 second, because it was quite the fucking list.
Dude, your fun facts are way better than my fun facts.
Give me 1 second. All right. Gary Oldman, fucking, that would have been great, was the first choice.
Yeah, we're always for that.
Was the first choice to play Cyrus the Virus Grissom. Before I read you the other names, he would have shown up and he, like, the fucking Simon, the guy who directed the movie, like, listen, Simon, I have a take on this that I want you to. So the character of Cyrus is Icelandic and part Danish. Like, what? No, he's just from the United States. Not hear me out. We can't, Gary, we can't rewrite all this. This is like one of Dave Chappelle's first movie roles, right? When is Half Baked? Like 99?
I'll look it up. Actually, can I interject a fun fact into your fun fact? Dave Chappelle improvised most of his lines. He didn't even really have a script.
Yeah.
Which that was before he's big. They're just like, yeah, just say shit. You're funny.
So here's some other people up for Cyrus the Virus Grissom. And by up for, I mean some of these guys probably didn't read, but they were considered. Kevin Bacon, George Clooney, Michael Douglas, James Gandolfini, Ed Harris. Ed Harris would have been really good. William Hurt, Michael Keaton, Sean Penn, Ron Perlman, and Tim Robbins.
I will say I would love to see Perlman because later he showed in Sons of Anarchy. You can go there. Keaton, of course, would be great. Sean Penn from Dead Man Walking, so he already kind of played that role. Basically, all of them would be fucking fan. I'd like to see Clooney, man. Clooney's never really played anything other than, hey, I'm like the coolest fucking guy in the room. I think Clooney would have been a better Cusack character.
The worst guy he's ever played is Dusk Till Dawn.
Yeah, okay, yeah. That's
but still,
not really a Cyrus the Virus. He's still the coolest fucking dude in the room.
Right. Man, Ed Harris I definitely could have seen in this role. He's like a quintessential villain. So these guys are the dudes that actually get to sit in like con business class.
So, yeah, basically this actually was a new idea. This is real. Con Air is real, by the way. But it happened, it first started in 1995 and this came out in 97, so it was just kind of a really new idea and they decided, oh, let's make a movie about it.
I wish one of the guys gets on, he's like, I asked for an exit row, so what are we doing here? Now, I haven't seen this movie in a long time, Geiger, so what's the plan here? This guy's like a plant to monitor everything?
Yeah. So they're planning him. He is a special agent. Basically, I don't know if any of you people know this. Hold on 1 second. But whenever you go on planes, there are plants. There's people, and they're usually fucking jacked. And if someone tries to take the plane down, they're going to kick their ass so you can get to Vegas and lose all your money. But he's the plant just in case something goes wrong.
Just admiring your cage. Ha, bitch.
And Poe, the only reason him and his friend are on there is basically like, you know, hey, we need to post free. Like he's free.
So
They're
why do we have
just
to transport him on this? You know, it just
because they're
seems.
they're basically I think they're transporting them wherever Poe lives. So they're like, we might as well give Poe a ride too, I guess.
This is not a fucking Delta flight from Memphis to San Jose. This is Con Air. That was rude.
That guy's in some movies too. I can't remember what he's in, but
There's a lot of great character actors in this. A lot of guys that could play like high school football coaches.
Jeff, and when Banner listens to this, he's gonna shit himself. Do you know this movie was nominated for 2 Oscars?
What were they? Like
Well,
sound
I guess
design?
if you count, let me, best original song, "How Do I," that was played at the very first. Who sings that? Is that Shania Twain? How do I live without you?
That's from this?
Yeah.
How do I?
Oh, how do I? Oh, how do I live?
Is that Leanne? That's Leanne Rhymes or Shania Twain?
It's Leanne Rhymes. That's right. Remember when she was like huge? Like she was like, oh, she's gonna be the next Shania. Then she just kind of went peace out.
And Rhymes was her real last name. So you're like, fuck, that's cool.
There's no way that's her real last name.
You know, rapists are the shit bags of the entire universe. When like serial murderers will be like, "Oh, you suck."
Oh, and also that song was also up for a Razzie as worst song in a movie too. So it was up for best song in the Oscars and worst song at the Razzies. What the fuck's the other one? It said too. Hold
Real
on.
quick, another part of action movie bingo has to be anytime there's more than two cops in a room with mustaches.
Absolutely.
Is that Tay
That's
Leone?
no. I said that's Megan Rapinoe or whoever from the U.S. Women's National Team.
Rapino. Yeah, I would get her name right.
I usually drink because I'm happy, but I'm drinking to protest now because you got to pay them more. Come on, they won the World Cup for our country.
Yeah,
Fucking points.
let's take a stand. This is actually pretty genius from Cyrus. I mean,
So do you ever watch? I think it's on Discovery Channel or something where basically it's just a show about prison guards and all the crazy shit prisoners do. So you got to just have your head on a swivel. There's no Mondays there because if you have a Monday, you could get like fucking your throat slit. Do you ever watch that show? I can't remember what it's
no,
called.
Banner's really into like a bunch of prison stuff like that, though.
But like you can't, let them have this or leave them alone with anything. Like it's just fucking nuts.
What in the fuck? When does the drink cart come around?
This is the only part of the movie I hate is that he has diabetes because it just makes me uncomfortable all the time. I know why they have it, just because in action movies you have to have a time limit. 10 seconds till the bomb explodes or 8
Yeah,
seconds before he dies.
any type of countdown in an action movie, that's got to be on. That actually might even be like free space. I think that guy came on the plane on fire. So all the guys sitting out in the middle are like the free dudes. He spontaneously
No,
combusted.
I think Poe's the only one because they find that out later because they're like, is he a threat to us? Because we all want to be free. Why the fuck would he help us, take this plane to Mexico when he's already free?
Do they have one switch that opens like all the gates?
Of course. That's just how it's wired. Banner must have wired this thing.
I forgot how intense this movie is in the beginning. Hold on, Bobby. Okay, well, you know what? You're dead. So.
Look at all his insulin's gone.
That's a bit selfish, right? This guy's like the hold me back, but he really doesn't want that door to open up.
Chick's dead. She's like, I work for Monica on my day off.
Dude, can you imagine the glass door review Bobby is going to leave? Got my throat slit second week on the job.
Good benefits, though.
Good snacks in the break room. I mean, they kept us comfortable. This guy is not prepared to use that gun on anyone. Oh. So the pilots, when they get word of the fire, they should just immediately land, right?
I mean, it would take a while to land. I mean, this is happening pretty quickly.
But if the guy doesn't try and walk out and play the hero, we're good. They can just land this thing.
I love how the co-pilot had to do that. He's like, I'm the pilot. Someone's gonna have to fucking fly this thing.
He's like, you're absolutely right. He's like, Chris, do you have enough hours to fly this thing on your own? I mean, I'm close.
If I was the pilot, like, listen, you didn't kill or rape anyone I know, so where the fuck you guys want to go? Like, I could get comped in Vegas tonight if you guys want to just, stay at the Flamingo.
He's like, Vegas is a 2.5 hour detour, and you didn't hear this from me, but we have the fuel to make it. It's like, well, shit. Just think about it. We could be at the Bellagio by dinner.
We could be in Cosmo. We could go to Mexico, get a little tan. It'd be awesome.
He's like, that Kings Lakers game, how much would you love to get a first half money line in on that? And Cyrus is like, fuck, you know me.
Let me tell you what, Virus, if I may call you Virus, first round is on me. It's like, well, that's cool because none of us carry any cash. We don't even have wallets.
Virus turns around. Guys, all the killing is canceled. We're just going to go lay some down on the Kings. And then it cuts to them like 30 minutes later in the cockpit. He's like, so you think Bibby's going to play with that Achilles strain? And Cyrus like, I was wondering the same thing. I was going to ask you that.
He's like, listen, my brother is a bookie in Vegas, and word is, listen, Weber might be out tonight. Like, really?
But Doug Christie is not as hurt as they're saying. So
what
don't
about
listen.
Brian Grant? Did Brian Grant, or was that the Trailblazers? I can't
remember. No, Brian Grant was on the Kings for a little bit. Who was the fucking that shorter like combo guard who came off the bench? Bobby Jackson, who just filled it up for the Kings.
Yeah,
remember him?
They had Vlade Divac at center.
Oh yeah, and oh my god, who was the other white dude who like took a bunch of charges? Not Brad
Pollard.
Miller. With Scott Pollard, yeah.
The frosted tips.
Oh my god. This commentary's derailed, but that's what it's all about.
What are we doing right now? Are we watching a movie? I'm just thinking about I'm just thinking about 1997 Kings. Danny Trio.
It's weird to see him without facial hair.
So Danny Trio, fun story. He actually went to fucking prison in California. And when he got out, I can't remember what he went for.
You're talking about like to study for the role, or like he actually went to prison?
He was before he was even acting, he went to prison in California for I think 8 years. I think it was Robert Rodriguez or Tarantino was like, hey dude, you want to be an extra in a movie? And after that, everything's fucking history, and he gets casted in a ton of stuff. Anything that has to do with the cartel, you have to cast him.
Right. I think it's a legal thing. The Supreme Court passed an ordinance. By the way, that line from Cyrus, Southwest Airlines says the same thing when you board. If your dick jumps out of your pants, you jump out of the plane. I'm like, all right. Thank you for flying Southwest. Actually, I think that's in their like little fucking safety video that they do in the beginning. By the way, those have gotten out of control. They're like fucking music videos now.
Damn right, they're cool. They're trying to, resonate with the youth, Jeff, the kids.
I think the Southwest one actually, as you say, that does start with someone like flipping their chair around and talking to you informally, like at a drug-free youth assembly.
Wouldn't it suck if you were that undercover cop? You're like, dude, I just raised my hand, like, listen, guys, I'm just gonna shoot you straight. I'm an undercover cop, but actually now I'm kind of on your side. If that's cool, please don't kill me.
Yeah, how's he gonna explain the gun? Is it on his other leg or that one?
I think, he gets... Of course, Cyrus is like, dude, I don't care about Chappelle.
So this chick is like the only one left, and is that just because Trejo wanted to rape her?
I mean, Jeff, he likes her.
She was, they had a thing.
This is before Me Too. I don't even know if that R word even exists right now.
Would you just tell... I don't know what other... I'm sure we could think of another course of action, but would you just tell them right away, I'm DEA?
I guess. I don't know what his fucking plan is. That thing maybe holds 8 bullets, and there's 12 fucking people on the plane right now.
Now, here's my question. So, and I mean this honestly. So he's DEA. Obviously, he's a plant on the plane. Dave Chappelle had to undo his chains, though. Was he actually chained up? Because if he is, there's no point in giving him a gun if he can't.
No, he was chained up because they wanted him to think he was a prisoner, and Chappelle's unchaining all the prisoners. Like, hey man, we're free. We're taking
Right.
this
No,
over.
I get that. So let's say shit goes to hell, and DEA guy has to use his gun. How does he get out of his chains to use it?
I'm sure he has a key.
Okay. Had. I mean, he's dead now, so.
Yeah. God rest his soul. He's also a Christian, very, very into his church.
He's pretty active. He works with the youth group
Very
about
active.
once a month. This is the skinniest I've seen John Malkovich. I'm pretty sure John Malkovich was bald by the age of 6.
Yeah, he was born bald. He had hair like when he was in kindergarten, and then lost it all.
Nicolas Cage is like, I know I'm about to be free, but I really think Cyrus sees something in me. He sees potential. He told me that I could be his number 3 in a few weeks if a couple guys die. Cyrus.
Also, this was a while ago. Half Baked, 98, a year after this.
Okay, because Half Baked was the first time me as a youth was introduced to Dave Chappelle.
Yeah, and that's not a huge movie. I mean, it's not like this. It was more of a cult.
It's a cult classic. Yeah. Again, where is the fucking drink cart?
What if some guy's like, listen, I ordered a Scotch on the rocks like 2 hours ago, and I really don't want to give the service here half a star, but once I take my phone off airplane mode, I damn well might.
Also, the snack mixes you're passing out, do these have nuts in them? Because you have to tell me that in case if I have an allergy. I don't, but I'm just asking. Oh, so what the fuck do you even care for?
That guy's like, listen, I'm seriously gonna die. I don't fucking have my insulin. And it's like, can you leave me alone? My ears are popping. We all have our own issues.
That guy who shot the gun and murdered the DEA agent in cold blood, he was like 3 feet from my ear. I can't look at this guy as anything but Bubba Gump Shrimp Dude now. Cyrus, where'd he get the belt from?
It comes complete with the uniform, I think.
Brown belt with black shoes? That's another felony, you know what I'm saying? Fucking fashion felony.
Damn right.
Cyrus is like...
you're in prison doesn't mean you can't, not be tacky.
Yeah, still have some pride. Dude, so this guy has, type 2 diabetes if he's dead in 2 hours without insulin.
This is what I don't get. There's no honor among thieves, but if you just go up to Cyrus like, listen, man, I'm diabetic and you killed all my insulin. Like, I need to get off this plane. I bet he'd be like, cool, whatever, just leave.
Does anyone have a Twix bar? Like, why would we have a Twix?
Seems like a nice guy. Just misunderstood.
Carson City says we go. Oh yeah, right. So
I bet this guy had a kid's soccer game to go to today too. He's like, it's gonna be a quick trip, honey. We're just going to California and back. I'll be at Junior's game by 8.
He's like, look, Cyrus, normally I would say I'm all for your plan. I am in the middle of a fucking heated custody battle, and if I don't show up at this Little League game, my ex-wife, that son of a bitch, is just gonna throw this right in my face.
She's already fucking the coach.
I mean, allegedly. I can't prove anything yet.
She's always like, Tim's dad's always at her house, and I gotta get
Why don't
back.
you marry Tim's dad then?
Let's see Tim's dad mow the yard and fucking do the bills and do the house cleaning around here.
Yeah, well, Tim's dad has time because he doesn't have a goddamn job. So what is... I haven't seen this movie in so long, and people at home who are hopefully listening to us, because we're awesome, over the movie. What is Cyrus's end goal? Like, where does he want to land the plane, and then how does he envision him getting away?
He wants to land it, of course, in another country.
Okay.
But he has...
They don't have extradition.
You'll see his plan unfold whenever they land in California, and that's when Steve Buscemi talks to the girl and everything like that.
So oh yeah, Steve Buscemi hasn't even shown up yet.
Not yet. He's the most dangerous of them all.
Yeah, and that look he gives at the very end is still one of the creepiest moments in movie history ever.
Yeah.
So John Cusack and them are on the ground. Where did they take off from again? Alabama? Or is that just where Poe was?
They're heading to California, I believe.
So, but Cusack and them were there whenever they took off, right?
No, Cusack is trying to like, I think, meet up with them right now.
Okay, I
And
thought
try to
Cusack was there with the DEA guy that they planted on the plane.
he. Okay, yeah, he was. All right, yeah, and now he's trying.
But they're tracking this because I know the scene at the end, obviously, where they all pull up in the cars and they have like the.
Yeah, because they don't even have word that the plane is taken over right now, and then I think, obviously they have a tracker on the plane, and they go off course or something, and they start trying to see what's going on.
Oh, another action movie bingo. Some form of that line right there. I'm not that guy anymore. Or like that's the old me.
See, Jeff, if we were security here, prison security, like everyone would be like, "Hey, man, you've been cool to me my whole stay. Like, we're just gonna shoot you really quick." I'm like, "Thanks, man. Appreciate that."
That's all I ask, really. But first, like, let me put a post on Facebook. So this is all cocaine?
No,
Then why
they're
the guy say looks like cocaine? He's just an idiot, and it was just like,
yeah, they're in Cyrus's jail cell, and they're gonna find his plan.
what made them decide to go look in Cyrus's jail cell randomly? Also, if the
I'm not really
people who
sure.
work at the prison are calling him the virus, like you're just giving him credibility. You can't call him that.
I haven't seen this movie in like, well, all the way through probably like 5, 6 years.
Because every time, what is this on AMC all the time? Every time I tune in, it's the last 20 minutes.
TNT. See, I haven't seen the end scene of this forever since when they crash in Vegas, which is like my favorite part.
And I've seen the end scene probably like 5 times the past 2 years. So that's once we get there, I can fucking drive.
Oh, okay. Now they're picking up more prisoners. This was part of his plan because the one guy that they're picking up is his friend, and he can fly a plane. I do remember this.
Got it. So then they
The
don't need
guy
the
from
pilot.
Lost.
Then they'll kill the pilot. They took their clothes, even though some of them, it's like, God, who fit you?
Yeah.
You're a size 32 waist. This is a 36. It's falling off your goddamn body.
And then that's what I love is they're putting all the fucking these are all the
Dead
cops that
cops.
are given to him, yeah.
But aren't a lot of them dead? Like, why would I hand you a dead body in handcuffs?
3 of them aren't. The two that the one guy that beat him up, so he's giving them and
And those are the ones that they actually gagged, so they can't talk.
wouldn't that be sick though if you like look and that's your friend like God the plan worked. Jesus Christ, I'm free.
You motherfucker. This dude's a great character actor. This is where if you're like someone on the plane that's really gotten in Cyrus's good graces, you're like, great, more fucking competition.
Cusack's starting to figure it out.
So was this a scheduled landing? Like, how do they explain just randomly landing and picking up more prisoners?
No, that was a scheduled landing. They're gonna land and pick up more prisoners and then take them. I guess they're taking all these people into like a really high, probably under the ground fucking prison or something and locking them away forever.
And so the normal pilot was one of the dudes they gagged and just threw in the prison cell, right?
So he's one of the prisoners. The old guy that was beaten up, some of the prisoners is one of the prisoners now.
Why did they leave the chick though? Are they still considering raping her?
I mean, you know,
Trejo, you can't let him do that.
what is it? To the winner go the spoils. I don't know what to tell you. To the victor goes the spoils.
What was the sandstorm budget on this? My God.
California, man. That's the way it is in the desert.
Oh, this is done in a studio in Atlanta. We both know it.
Actually, this is filmed in Utah.
Really? That has tax credit written all over it.
And since you're talking about the sandstorm, on the set in Wendover, Utah, where the desert scene in the second half of the film were shot, I'm guessing it's this one, a 39-year-old man, a welder named Philip Schwartz, was killed when a plane he was working on fell over on him.
Jesus Christ.
The closing credits, though, include a little memento. So,
well, really he's still dead, so I don't really think we're... Is that The Last Supper?
Yeah. But this is what's great is, like, whenever you put it up there, you see
I love shit like this. What's the last movie we had comparable to Con Air? Because plot-wise, this is shit that really works. Like
The plot,
prisoners working
I,
together on a plan.
I would consider this plot up there with Ocean's 11, where I'm like, man, this is really
This is
complex.
Charles Xavier.
For an action movie, Jeff, like this is as complex as like Ocean's 11. Where like there's so many layers of this. If you would take out Nicolas Cage and put in, I don't know, some 90s person that could actually, what's the word I'm looking for? Act. This movie is probably one of the best movies of the 90s. Nicolas Cage just though makes it more like a Point Break where you're like, is this serious or is this like a fake movie?
We need to do like the whole Nicolas Cage filmography, and by
God.
that I mean like Face Off, obviously. That
That
is
movie's
the
like 3 hours long though.
it's not
It's
that
so long. But that movie is
The
whoever came
Rock,
up with that movie in
the
Hollywood.
The Rock, obviously.
I would do that one.
Face Off. Let's see how long it is.
Gone in 60 Seconds is his best movie, and he's actually pretty good in it.
That was the first time I saw Angelina Jolie. Good puzzle. We all love a good puzzle.
That is a really good cast too. Gone in 60 Seconds. Robert Duvall, Scott Conn.
I don't think I've seen that movie. I think I've seen that movie once, and it was right when it came out.
Really? You'd love that movie. As a Fast and Furious fan, you'd love that movie.
Angelina Jolie's blonde in it, right?
I'm not even kidding when I say this. They should combine that with the Fast and the Furious. That should be like Fast and Furious 10, where it's like them versus Gone in 60 Seconds crew.
That would be fucking cool. Oh, good job, bro. That is actually great effects on that explosion.
It wasn't too bad. I'm still not sure why Cusack doesn't like this movie.
Yeah, I don't.
Okay.
Actors are weird, dude. I don't. Sometimes, like maybe there was just like he had like a bad experience on set or some shit. I don't. Cops just like when you're on maximum security, they just love hitting these guys.
I love that though. It's like, dude, we're trying to like tell you, like, listen, they took over the plane, and this is how they figure out that they took over the plane because Poe put that in the cop's chest.
Yeah, they fucked up. It's too late now. Is is Poe on the bus?
No, he's on the plane. They're waiting for Buscemi, I think. He's looking at the bus, being like, dude, what the hell? I put that in the prisoner's thing. Are they not listening to it?
Yeah, but they're just gonna keep on driving. Call the marshal's office, but we're gonna drive away. Code Red. Oh, that's not good. Code Red could mean any number of things, though. It was actually really well planned by Cyrus the Virus to get it to pick up his pilot there, because it's like a 6-hour flight. Now you get a refreshed pilot. Oh, sorry, cars are coming. Bye.
Go, Cyrus, go. Is it weird that I'm like rooting for the bad guys?
I was gonna say I kind of was like rooting for a headshot there.
They came so far, and this guy's in Lost, and that's about it.
This must be why it takes so fucking long to get your bags on the carousel. Is what these guys do around the outside of the plane.
Could this have happened? First off, I don't know if Chappelle could run. Like, this plane's probably going, I don't know, just started. But how's he going to get on this plane?
That is a pretty heavy aircraft. It probably takes it like 2 minutes to get up to full speed. Man, who did that bandage job on him? That's not the best work I've ever seen. I hope a licensed medical professional.
This is a brilliant plane, though. You need a convict that can fly a plane, and you're like, dude, once you're up there, I mean, they can't, like, shoot you down.
I mean, once you get these things in the air, they pretty much fly themselves, right? Did he put a bomb on that?
Dude, I could fucking fly a plane. Land it, but I could fly a plane.
So Chappelle doesn't get on the plane.
I thought he fucking...
Unless something happened that we missed, or
I thought he was in it a little more than this.
so. But what did Chappelle? What was his plan? Like, what did he put on that Bob's Scenic Tours?
You'll see. Oh, you will see. This guy's a
Oh,
great character actor too.
that's actually, yeah.
I could not name you one of these actors' names. Couldn't tell you another thing that they're in, but I'm like, I've seen them in probably 8 things.
Let me look up this motherfucker. I have the cast list up right here. I
I
think
feel
it's
like
Michael.
he was in a '90s baseball movie as like either a manager or
I think it's Michael Madsen, but let me.
no. Michael Madsen's in the Tarantino movies.
I need to know this character's name.
Angry Captain. Every action movie has him.
Yeah, Angry Captain isn't coming up. Is this him? No. All right, can you stall for a bit? I need to refill my beverage.
Problem.
Even though this is not much action right here.
I'm not sure. Like, what happened to Cusack? I'm just talking to myself. Go ahead. What happened to Cusack? Like, it's weird. Like, his sister's huge now. She's in the Toy Story movies. She was in School of Rock. She's probably in some other shit. I just don't really feel like looking up. But after about, it was right around the new millennium, he just fucking fell off the map, man. I wouldn't say he was ever a huge actor, like a Keanu Reeves or anything, but he was in roles as like the third, fourth build. Now, in typical military fashion, they're calling in heavy guns to come and shoot them down.
Yes. She's from Jurassic Park and Star Wars. Who does she play?
If you haven't seen this in a while, Buscemi is basically like a Hannibal Lecter, the craziest son of a bitch on the plane. I think he like basically was a Hannibal and ate people and shit. But they're trying to be friends with him. They're treating all the cons like people, I guess. They're bringing him out of the cage.
Who's his wife?
For a second there, I thought Cusack was in like a 90s arcade room.
He died.
Here we go. Jeff, your perfect time. Cyrus is just talking to Cusack.
Alpha v Alpha.
And the angry lieutenant's like, I'm gonna kill you. I'm like, yeah, where? From the fucking ground? Shut the fuck up.
I'm gonna kill you with words. No,
Even
don't.
Megan Rapinoe back there is just like, I don't believe him.
She's like, well, if a corner kick is needed, I got us. Otherwise, I might not be as much help. This could be an action movie bingo too, like conversation over like some radio or walkie talkie between the good guy and bad guy. Yeah, that's it's like half the movie of Die Hard.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
Stating your demands, classic.
God, Malkovich is so great in this, dude. You ever watch Being John Malkovich?
Yeah, I can't get through it. It's too weird.
What's it about? I knew it was a big 90s movie, but of course, excuse me for not seeing it. I was 3. I was too busy fucking watching Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and wondering what this lump in my pants was. That was
exactly. Yeah, wondering this guy is a great character actor. He's in The Dark Knight Rises also. Works at the orphanage. Being John Malkovich is about these workers in an office who find a doorway in one of their offices, and if you crawl through it, you go into the brain of John Malkovich, and you can control what he's doing.
Okay. Poe's wife reminds me kind of like a NBA basketball team that can't afford JJ Redick, so just pays for like Mike Miller. Like she wants to be Ashley Judd so bad, she just isn't quite.
Dude, Monica Potter though, like late '90s, she was a big fucking deal. Let me read you some. And she's in the first Saw, is why I know her. She's kept her looks up. Gotta be honest with you.
Is she crazy?
I'm sure. She was in Last House on the Left. She's on Parenthood now, so there you go. Boston Legal, of course.
Is she on one of the NCISs? That's the only thing left.
She's not. She's in Patch Adams. She works like once every 2 years. Like when she's about to run out of money, she's like, I'll do acting again.
Do you know anything about diabetes?
I know there's a type 1 and a type 2, and one of them is where I don't know which one's which. I'm gonna butcher this, whoever's at home, so just take a shot and be ready. But it's basically like your blood sugar isn't like it needs to be controlled with medicine.
Yes.
Or like you need to supplement it. One of them is where your insulin levels get too low, which is like deadly, and then the other one just your blood sugar gets too low, so like you'll just get like sick and pass out. Like one of them, I think it's type 1. You can like if you just eat like a candy bar, if it gets really bad, you're good. The other one you need insulin injections.
So the guy on the plane basically he needs insulin. I get that, but like he's gonna die if he doesn't get it.
Correct.
So he's probably like type 2, like the worst type.
I think it's like his body doesn't produce enough like natural sugar in his blood to keep it viscous enough to where your blood flows. So basically, like he's done. So his like it wouldn't really help if you were like, here's a granola bar. He'd be like, no, I need fucking insulin.
It's like, you want this Snickers that's been melted in my pocket for 2 hours?
He's like, I didn't say I didn't want it.
I mean, I want it, but it's not going to help me. I'm so
right. But I just want to let you know I'm going to die, but I'll take it. He's like, you don't have a Reese's, do you? I'm like, what? I'm not a fucking Cinemark. No. God, angry police chief might be a free space or whatever the fuck is. Two cops disagreeing on how to handle the situation.
Well, the one guy's just like, shoot it down, and he's just like, well, if you shoot it down and it falls over a town, it's going to kill people. And plus, that plane costs millions of dollars to fucking do. Like, we're not going to shoot it down.
I would shoot it down. Let's come up with as many bad ideas as we can. Okay, first bad idea number 1, try and have an Apache helicopter drop a Marine onto the plane. Okay, that's pretty bad. That's a pretty bad idea. Bad idea number 2, shoot it down, but then try and catch it on like a giant inflatable in the middle of the Vegas Strip.
I love that they fucking do it down the Vegas Strip. That's awesome. It's now my dream as the Broforce Squad that one day we see fucking John Cusack and Banner's drunker in hell without straps, like, yo, Con Air! And he's just like, fuck you!
And he's already had like a bad day, like he had a bad meeting with the director, and he's like, you know what, man? Fuck you.
Banner's like, what the fuck, dude?
Banner's got a yardstick margarita in the middle of Vegas. Whoa, fuck you, John Cusack.
Whoa, Con Air, man. What the hell?
Jesus.
Look like your plane just got hijacked or something, you know? Right?
He's like, you think that shit's funny? And I'm like, I think it's hilarious. Ving Rhames posed like, you know what's bothering me is that you're pretty fucking cool, but so am I. So we need to figure out the pecking order here. You got beers in there?
God, Ving Rhames, dude. This and Pulp Fiction. He had a great 90s.
Trees and stuff.
Is this really what's under a plane? I've always wondered.
That's a great question. Why did he say trees and stuff? Like, what?
There was Chappelle. Okay.
Oh, so he's dead.
He got caught in something.
He is dead, right? They're not going to act like he's alive. Yeah, there's the guy who's like too altruistic, like not exactly a proper barrier. Like, all right, first off, he's a convict. Second off, you've known him for 15 minutes.
I love this too. Yeah, U.S. Marshal. So he's a U.S. Marshal, is Cusack. So that's his boss. He's probably, I don't know.
What the fuck? I love joking around like we're gonna shoot each other. Haha.
That's fun for me.
I mean, that, I guess, like, I don't blame him for trying, but there's no way that would work.
That would kill you. If that body fell on you from that distance,
Well,
kill you.
also, dude, from that distance, like, I know he wrote on his shirt, he's gonna hit the ground and basically dissolve.
Yeah, I don't know if you could
There's
read
no,
the shirt or not.
like, how much, how much fucking, like, his blood and stuff would get all over that thing?
Look at these rich
This,
white people. Like, I can't believe that the Democrats are doing. And then a fucking body just falls on him.
this guy looks like the dickhead principal in Back to the Future.
And from Parent Child, I think they're the same principal.
Oh, shit, three-car pileup. One dude runs, like, well, he clearly didn't have insurance. Now he's the new villain.
I went to Oxford.
Like, what? What does that have to do with anything? This guy's like, don't know if you notice, I have a fucking goatee and it's 1998, so show a little respect.
God, prison, wouldn't you get sick of, like, everyone trying to beat you up or fuck you or do both? Like, can we just hang out? Watch
You know,
Oprah?
for none of these guys having cell phones or internet access, how does he know, like, you were in North Block, right? Do you know Chris?
Yeah.
What? How do you know that I was there?
He owes me cigarettes. Like, oh, okay, well, you'll have to take that up with him. I'm taking it up
No.
with you.
All right. I don't really think I'm going to be able to help.
I barely know him.
For some reason, it bothers me when people call other people cats. Like, a lot of cool cats here. We're humans.
Jeff, I gotta read you another fun fact. So the director, Simon West, was semi-serious. That's a weird word. Semi-serious about doing a sequel, but it'd be set. Where do you think it'd be set at?
Hang on. Not a space station, right?
Yeah, it's
Are you
in
fucking
space.
kidding me?
It's in space.
Simon West is like, look, I've been tossing and turning in bed thinking, how do we up the stakes? And it's got to be global.
An interviewer in 2014 said there would be a sequel. It was completely turned down though. Con Air in Space, for example, a studio version where they're all robots. I'm not making this up. I'm reading this off the thing. Or the convicts are reanimated as super convicts, or where the good guys are bad guys and the bad guys are good guys. Hold on, take a toke of your weed and let that sink in for a little bit.
So reanimating them as super convicts, like, all right, you know those guys that were already fucking horrible people we had in jail for life, and then they tried to hijack a plane? How about we reanimate their corpses? Dude, is that DeMarcus Ware in the background?
Of course. The last sentence says, and actually this script, if you really think about it, isn't anything too crazy for Nicolas Cage to just be like, yeah, sure, I'm in.
Oh, so now they're blaming him. Dude, this, like, I don't understand this from cops. She has literally not talked to him in, what, 5 years?
I mean, they have conjugal visits, right?
I
She
don't
gives him a
know.
little tug job, makes
But,
him an
like,
apple pie for him to eat.
he's
The
asking
shank
if she
there.
knows his motivation for staying on the plane. Like, dude, he could be fucking vegan now. I wouldn't know.
I I mean, she would know. They call and stuff. Obviously, she's waiting for him to get out so his daughter can meet him and stuff. I'm guessing. I don't know.
This does make sense though. Like, why is he gonna? It's not
Once
gonna
again,
fuck
she's
all of
hardly ever cheated on him when he's in there. Well, a woman has needs, Jeff. Something you
Hand
know
stuff.
about.
That's it. Hand stuff. And just the tip, just for a second. What if her and Judd Cusack started making out and be like, "Whoa, wait, what?"
Could like your kid go out of the room? I mean, she's 3. I don't
No,
really
she's
feel
fine. Trust me, she's seen worse. What?
comfortable with her just being in the hall.
Yeah, this isn't gonna work for me. She actually needs to draw us making out. Megan Rapinoe chick is pretty hot.
Yeah, she's alright.
Ted Grasso, Fresno Police Department. Want to call in a favor. Overweight cop? I mean, that's just too cliche, right?
Fellow Scout has your name written all over it. So great. I love the shirt and tie, but the top button's unbuttoned. He's
Yep.
like, I've had a hell of a day.
He's like,
First
yeah, when
off,
I showed up, yeah, when I showed up at 9, I was business casual. Then this shit happened.
My wife said my mother-in-law wasn't coming in town until next week, and she's here right now. And of course, I have nothing to fucking cook, and my plane got taken out.
Thursday night football I was gonna spend with the boys at the bar. Can't do that now. You've got him vectored? What the fuck does that mean?
And also at 98, fucking Brady Anderson got hurt today, so my fantasy baseball league is pretty
I'm
much
fucked. You tell me where I'm gonna find 56 home runs.
on a leadoff hitter. I'll wait.
What, like, I love that these guys are just totally unhelpful. Like, is this not a fucking police department?
He's like, I'm a marshal. I'm like way overranked on you. Like, are you gonna
Yeah.
help me out or what?
I don't need the plane as kicker. I forgot about that.
Yeah, the Corvette.
Dude, at this point in time, seeing him with a mobile phone, that's what they would have called it. You're like, fuck, man, cops have badass technology. Look at Simon West with the auteur shot here. Like, guys, we need the camera in the bottom of the passenger seat.
Can't you just picture like the camera guy just like riding there, just filming Cusack? He's like, "Are you getting this?" He's like, "Oh yeah." It's about as Cusack as it gets.
So basically, in the plane, in the cargo hold, they just put everybody's like old shit, like their boxes and their biography.
Pretty much.
And this guy knew to go down there and dig for it. Put the bunny in the box. I'm glad you opened with that line. That's one of the best lines of the whole.
What else would I open with? I mean, you got to open with the greatest hit. Come on.
2 alphas. This is
the only actor that I don't think made it out alive in this movie.
Yeah. The picture of him on IMDb, I had it pulled up. Let me click it one more time. Because he does not look at all like he does in this movie now. And I don't mean like he's aged. I mean like, well, I fucking lost it. But
look at those yellow teeth. I guess they don't really have very good dental care in prison.
I mean, look, Matt, you get out what you put in. I mean, if they put in the effort for their teeth. It's a fair question, right?
When Nicolas Cage is reading this script, he's like, "Oh yeah, I know how to deliver this line. Don't worry." I mean, I'll have to be in Alabama for 6 months learning, my twang, but after that.
Well, we need to start shooting on Friday. Well, I think we're gonna have to push that back. This reminds me of Triple Frontier. Check out our review of that.
We did a review on that? We did, didn't we?
Yeah, I think you were on it.
I've seen it. I loved it.
Maybe you weren't on it. Sure. So this is rated R, right? That's at least the second fuck that I've heard.
Yes, it's rated R.
Okay. I don't know if in the MPA was a little more lenient in the late 90s. You could drop a couple.
Great scene. There's some good shots in this.
There are. The cinematography is definitely not one of the weaknesses. He's the guy now who's burdened with having to kill someone. God, that's such a great trope.
So in action movies, you can go 2 ways. It could be like really serious, really dark, or whatever, or it could just be like really poppy, fun. Think Point Break. Think Fast and Furious. What do you think this is?
What is it, or what does it think it is?
Both.
Because it is the poppy, fun version, but I think it thinks it's this character drama.
Do you think it would be that dark character drama if Nicolas Cage was just not in this at all? Because all the other actors are like playing more serious roles than Cage is.
I don't
He's
think
in a
it's.
totally different movie this whole
Here's
time.
the thing. I think at the time in 1998, Nicolas Cage still hadn't been figured out. Like people just thought, oh wow, he's part of the Coppola descendants, and he's a fucking method actor, and he went to Alabama for. We didn't realize, like, okay, he's actually like Nicolas Cage. It's the best way I know how to
He's
describe.
Nicolas Cage. Is he a good actor? Is he someone that can play, a fucking Russian, and then is he a Christian Bale that could play the muscle guy, then a skinny guy, then a fat ugly guy? No, he's not. Is he a cool actor that can play cool roles, like action roles, like a Stallone? I think he fits in that role. But in this, he's like in a totally fucking different movie. He's trying to be Point Break, and the rest of this movie is trying to be Ocean's 11. It's the weirdest fucking thing I've ever seen.
The funny thing about Nicolas Cage is he's a Coppola, but he wanted to change his name so people did. But everyone fucking knows you're a Coppola, so it doesn't really. The point is all defeated. And he just one thing I do love about Nicolas Cage, say what you want about him, he fucking throws himself into his work. Like he's done some horrible movies and he's given some horrible performances, but he never mails it in. He's like gonna die on the screen for you.
Is that sad though that he's actually trying in some of these, or would you have more respect for him if he just mailed it in?
That's what I love about him, dude. He's the dude who shows up and he's like, I'm gonna play till the echo of the fucking whistle. I don't care what the score is. Is he the most talented guy? Definitely not.
So Fast Times at Ridgemont High was on the other day, and I'm a big fan of that movie, and I watched it, and I never get how Nicolas Cage, like, this is where Nicolas Cage got his break. He's not even in the fucking movie. He's in, like, 2 scenes. He doesn't even have really a speaking role. I never get why everyone's like, that was his break. It's not like Brad Pitt and Thelma and Louise. He was in a scene, kind of like talking and stuff.
You know what his break is? Being a Coppola. That's his fucking break. I'm gonna look up how he's actually related to Francis Ford Coppola.
Excuse him for having a family.
Yeah, I'm sorry that my father is talented. Nicolas Cage was born Nicholas Kim Coppola, the son of August Coppola, whose brother is Francis Ford Coppola. So Francis Ford Coppola, obviously of The Godfather, heard of it, is his uncle. And Sofia Coppola, who directed like Lost in Translation and a bunch of other movies, is his cousin. But this does say he dropped out of theater at Beverly Hills High at 17 for a bit part in Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Yes.
Most of which was cut, dashing his hopes and leading to a job selling popcorn at the Fairfax Theater.
Okay, so he's in more of the movie. Maybe there's a extended version that I've not seen.
Dude, honestly, at the time in 1982, who the fuck do you think you are cutting Francis Ford Coppola's nephew out of a movie?
That actually had a lot of good stars in it, though. I mean, fucking Sean Penn was in that movie.
Don't you hate when you crash a plane and you're like 4 feet from a propane tank? I'll put a little hair on your chest.
It's pretty much every Tuesday of mine.
Again, I don't remember the second act of this movie, which we're in right now. How the fuck do they get this thing back off the ground?
I think they don't get another plane. They fix it somehow.
And why did they crash? Like, what was that? Was it Pinball who fucked up the plane?
I think they're out of gas.
But they purposely crashed in an abandoned Air Force base?
I mean, I think they were basically out of gas, and they were trying to find the closest airport, to gas up so they can go to Mexico or wherever they need to go.
So Francisco is claiming there's another plane here.
Yes. And Cusack, of course, found out where they're going.
I'll tell you what, I'm starting to hate Cusack more and more, knowing that he doesn't like this movie. Like, who the fuck do you think you are?
If you're our age, you're like, hey, what's your favorite John Cusack movie? You're going to say this. Now, maybe if you're a little older, you might say The Lost in Translation or Better Off Dead or whatever, but this is what he is known for.
That's the thing. I mean, he's an okay actor, but like, it's not like he's won Academy Awards, and this is something for him to frown on.
His sister's bigger now anyway.
Yeah. Is it something that this guy who played Bubba in Forrest Gump, like he has to die in every movie he's in the arms of the leading actor?
It's just basically his contract.
So what part do I die in? No,
It's basically like the Derrick Rose contract, where I basically have to tear my ACL and MCL every year. It's just
it's weird that he negotiates that into everyone. Cage did lift a little bit for this.
Can we just talk about what a terrible monstrosity he would have been as Clark Kent?
The
what?
The footage of him in the costume design was pretty rough. Because he had this hair, basically.
Yeah, he had this hair. I get that they're trying to go for the dark Superman or whatever, but like...
So the only guy who knew he was a free man is now dead.
Yeah. He is jacked for this. I've never seen him in this good a shape, ever. Now, why did he get in that good a shape? I have no clue.
Again, all they do in prison is just fucking push-ups and handstands.
You have to give it to... So for this role, he grew out his hair, grew a beard, which isn't that hard, but grew out his hair, did a different accent, got in crazy shape. I mean, this was way before its time, Jeff, because nowadays where someone gets cast as a role, you know, and they just get fucking yoked out of their mind. Chris Pratt, Chris Hemsworth, Jason Momoa. I mean, some of them were already in pretty good shape.
Affleck, especially.
Affleck. I mean, this was way before its time.
I'm guessing, too, none of that was required by Simon West. He just did it.
I wouldn't think so. I mean, maybe it's an action movie, and right now in the 90s, leading it is Stallone and Schwarzenegger, so they're like, hey, man, get kind of muscly, but...
Steve Buscemi is that guy on the field trip who, like, ends up disappearing and coming back. We're like, dude, the teacher's like, as long as you're on the fucking bus when we go home, whatever. Oh, he's looking for a kid, right?
He's just walking around, and I think that he, like, has problems with little kids. Like, he...
Oh, he definitely does. He's a pedophile.
Wants to, yeah.
The scene at the very end where he's, like, standing next to that girl. Spoilers. We got zero-calorie Dolph Lundgren right there walking past. Right. You've proven yourself to be a most useful mammal. Who the fuck talks like that?
Is it weird that I'd rather have a compliment from Cyrus than from, like, my own father? I'm like, hey, I'm doing something right. Cyrus just said I'm kind of useful.
Be like, thank you, Cyrus. I've had a shit week. And you noticing for once that I'm working hard. Cops love sunglasses, dude.
They look like Jake the Snake Roberts in the background, too. They should have casted him for this.
That would have been cool.
God, he looks like a prisoner. He's probably too busy doing drugs, though, right now.
Can't even take 5 minutes off to film.
What year was this out again?
98.
Yeah, he was busy doing drugs.
So Cusack is here just kind of laying low. He doesn't want to be seen, obviously.
Yeah. He's going to, of course, try to stop him. That's a so young Danny Trejo. So fucking young.
I don't think I've ever seen him without facial hair.
It's a real tattoo on his chest, of course.
Dude, nothing is more bro than carrying around a heavy-ass fucking rope.
Also, another Bro Squad fun fact, Nicolas Cage did most of his own stunts in this, which is also another thing you got to tip your hat to. I don't think we talk about that enough on the Broforce Squad. We might bash someone for their acting and stuff, but if your acting's like a C+ or a B-, but you're doing your own stunts, that has to be in the equation.
1000%. This scene makes me very uncomfortable. As it's intended to, I think.
I know, a girl sharing at her age, that makes no sense.
It's weird, right? They say girls develop ahead before boys, so maybe that's part of that maturation process. He's like, well, fuck, I did not plan on you having a silencer.
Fuck, you have a silencer. Okay, well...
I guarantee you, Nicolas Cage, before they filmed this scene, told the guys, like, look, man, I am balls deep in this role. If I actually dislocate your elbow, just understand. It's not me, it's Cameron Poe that did it, okay?
It reminds me of the first Ace Ventura, whatever. He's just like, don't worry, Ace can handle himself. He's like, please don't kill me. He's like, kill him. He's the one you want.
Is it the second one where he's tied up and does the thing where he, like, tortures the guy by scraping the knife and fork on the plate?
No, it's him and Dan Marino on the first one. When Ironheart has him, and he's just like, don't kill him. He's like, he's the one you want, kill him. He's like, he's the one that held the ball wrong, remember? Like, kill him. It's like begging him not to kill him.
There's only what a bro line. There's only two men I trust. One of them's me, the other one's not you.
Who's the other guy you trust? He's like,
his name is Chris. You don't know him. He
Bill
goes to a different
Cosby.
school.
Like, well, that might not age well.
He's a guy I met at summer camp. Don't worry about it.
Guy I met at summer camp. He's my best friend. He fucked my wife when I was overseas, though. So.
But you know, we share everything. I mean, I wish you would have told me. So do they know each other just by reputation? Spoke to your wife.
He's the one that he wrote on Chappelle's chest.
Oh yeah. How do you know his name then? How do you even know Larkin?
I think Larkin was the one who like told him that, you know, he was going home or whatever.
That's cool.
Action movie bingo also, when two people are holding a gun at each other, it's like, you put it down. It's like, you first.
This is Nicholas. This was probably like the role. This morning, the practicing in his hotel room before he went to set. God. She's my hummingbird. So he could go with Larkin right now. They'd all be good, right?
Yeah, but he wants to save his friend who's dying of diabetes.
Well, unless Larkin has insulin in his back pocket, I don't really think it's going to happen. I'm going to save the fucking day. I want a shirt that says that. Wear it to church. He told his
friends, like, I got to save you. You got to be alive because a black man's going to be president. He's like, I don't believe that. Like, no, it's true.
He's like, you don't have to tell me a lie to keep me alive. No, I'm not. That's... Oh, yeah. Okay, I do remember this part now. This is like an iconic scene, them pulling the plane. Someone's not pulling. Doug, looking at you. There's slack on that rope.
Nice little airport bar there.
And of course, the abandoned airport, the bar is still stocked.
Go in there, have a cerveza. I'd take those nuts for the plane. You know those guys get hungry. You'd be a hero if you walked in.
And look, we've been on this flight 3 hours. Drink cart still hasn't come around. I've given up hope they're going to offer us a refreshment.
Been raised like those honey roasted? No, I'll pass. I'm good.
Yeah, we're convicts, not homeless people. Jesus.
Buscemi acts really well in this, and then Sandler got a hold of him, and the rest was history, pretty much.
Yeah, he's a guy where it's... You know, he actually used to be a firefighter in New York from like 84 to 88.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I was reading that the other day. But he's a guy, like, his career could have gone a couple paths. I wonder if he just likes comedy more. Because he definitely could have done more dramatic roles early on.
Oh, yeah.
Armageddon was pretty soon after this, too, right?
Yeah, that was 99.
Yeah.
He's in that, too. I forgot about that. We might have to do that movie.
We definitely have to do that movie. Francisco, no one's going to respect you if you don't pull the fucking plane.
Francisco forgot his phone.
He hears it ringing. It's like, oh, fuck, I plugged it into charge while we were back there. I left it.
There's no way he could get signal.
Maybe he has AT&T. You don't know. Dude, there are so many different planes in this movie. It's, like, unbelievable.
Poe's just cooking eggs.
Yeah, what the fuck? How would those still be good? This is an abandoned airport.
I was hungry. What do you want? Over easy or scrambled?
Trick
Sunny
question.
side
I only
up.
make them scrambled. The amount of chest tattoos in this movie would drive any woman mad. Cusack, what a fucking athlete. That's thinking heads. That's
Nice!
heads up. Fourth quarter making plays.
Uh-oh.
That guy knew how to operate a crane.
What what if this blows up and Poe doesn't come out and say, check please, I'm fucking gonna be sorely disappointed.
Hope he got the eggs off that skillet.
Or he's like, dinner's served.
Or no, yeah, another one that I'll take mine to go. So this guy was trying to make a break for it. Coming to get you? Oh, lighting anything on fire with a cigarette is like a triple point on action movie bingo. Look at Simon West. God, my God, that is cinematography.
I don't think a cigarette butt would light that on fire that quick. This was action movie bingo, slow motion runaway or not looking at an explosion. This would be two spaces right here, Jeff.
Or diving out of anything as it explodes. That's a great one too. Who's this fucking guy?
He's a gas station attendant.
Who's the Yankees bench coach who Pedro Martinez? Is that Don Zimmer under the fucking car?
Usually guys say, hey, I gotta go, call me when you're 18. Buscemi's like, hey, I gotta go, call me before you're 13.
Like, well, I won't have access to a phone at that
Well,
age.
figure it
Yeah,
out.
that's
Maybe
usually the problem. It's usually the problem. Write me a letter in crayon and send it to the jail I'm in.
getting too old for this shit. By the way, I did see the new Jumanji trailer. I didn't know Danny Glover's still acting. That was fantastic.
I saw a movie with Danny Glover a few weeks ago, actually. I love how in the new Jumanji trailer they were like, "Don't worry, it's not the same thing. Now the people are switching their characters in the game." Like, well, that's not what the problem was, but okay. This is the serial murder equivalent of us drawing up a play in like Sandlot football. All
Yeah,
right,
I
you
don't
murdered these 7 guys.
I guess Cyrus just knows that some of them are visual learners. Good call on him. I don't know why you couldn't just tell them exactly what to do, but
Geiger, some are auditory, some are visual. We can't just fucking teach one way and expect them to get it.
it's like, that's a Sprite can, Tyrone. I need a Coca-Cola can or they won't understand.
I don't think you. God damn it! It's fine. Okay, this have to work. Tevin, you're the Sprite can. Why can't I be the Coca-Cola can? You see, this is what I'm talking about. This guy, to me, whatever. He can be effeminate, a crossdresser, gay, but he is not being a team player because he spent the whole time at the base looking for a change of clothes. Now that's selfish, no matter how you want to slice it.
This is the most rundown piece of shit, like, airport, too. Like, in the fucking world. Like, what
But
the
they
hell
also
is
have
this?
fresh eggs. Someone stocked the eggs there like once every 2 weeks. They come back and they're like, just in case a plane of convicts crash lands, we gotta make sure they have eggs. Finally, the fucking cops show up.
This is brilliant, too.
I don't know if it happens in enough movies to be on action movie bingo, but turning on a bunch of gas cans to set up an explosion happens in a lot of movies in general, I feel like. I want a crowbar and just take me out to a junkyard and just let me pry open shit for like an hour.
I bet
Be
you find a
such a
lot of
great
cool
back.
shit out there.
And imagine the back workout. This guy in the cop car is like, "Why am I driving this near us? I don't really understand."
There's
What are those
no way you'd
chopsticks?
find fucking insulin, dude. There's no way.
You don't think it would be in that abandoned box with onions and screwdrivers?
He's like, hey man, I found
Dude,
insulin. I also found a Ken Griffey Jr. rookie card, so maybe we could sell that.
you you got to pick though. Do you want the insulin or the baseball card? And he like thinks about it, even though he would die if he got the baseball card. He's like, "Oh, this is upper deck, not tops. My Beckett says this is only worth like $1.50." Oh, car not starting. That's gotta be on action
Yes.
or just a movie bingo. It's more horror movie bingo, I guess, but why is his
Insulin dude
nickname
started to look
Baby
like me when
Show?
I'm sick. I just have like a blanket over me, but I'm still gonna like yell out orders.
You're like, keep it down. Judge Judy's almost over. She's doing the sentencing.
Okay, these stunts, not very hard, but still you gotta be in shape to do them.
So Denny Trejo was like, all right, it's been 2 hours since I've raped someone. I have to get back on the plane. Was that his motivation there? Because he's the serial rapist, right?
I'll bust your ass.
Jesus.
Well, that's 6 to 8 weeks.
Not unless there's video of it.
Well, we're watching it on Hulu, so apparently there's video.
Well, until it comes out, the league doesn't need to do anything.
That's true.
Is he in a school bus?
Goodell first.
How was the side of the car just on fire? Isn't it metal? What do I know?
Well, they shot the propane tanks.
But there's a propane tank in the side of a Buick?
No, but I mean, they shot him and they probably like rolled toward the car.
Oh, this is cool.
God, this is great. This has everything an action movie should, honestly.
I forgot that this scene was pretty much like the whole second act, you know?
Yeah.
Like at the abandoned airport. Hello, Cameron Poe, nice to meet you. Don't treat women like that.
Don't treat women like that. I bet he's like reading that to his wife, like, this has to hit. I'm gonna say this to you for 2 hours. You tell me which way you like it. Don't treat women like they all sound the same, Nicholas.
And she's like, all right, Nicholas, I'm gonna go to sleep, but you keep practicing, okay, babe? Proud of you. What was the aviator sunglasses budget on this movie? Jesus.
See, so I remember first watching this, you think that he basically like killed the girl, but he really doesn't.
Yeah, that's kind of like the thing they leave up in the air.
No, you see the girl here in a little bit. Whenever they start playing Sweet Home Alabama when the plane takes off.
This chick can hold her own. Yeah, buckle up. We'd hate to do anything reckless. So all they needed was gas? Because I feel like they really fucked up the plane.
Well, and they needed gas, but then they needed to dig the plane out because they landed in sand.
So the guy kind of fucked up. If he knew we just needed gas, like maybe get the landing gear out?
And then Poe fucking...
Oh, that's smart. That is smart. Dude, the slow-mo shit in this movie used very well.
Remember this scene? This scene's bitching, dude.
This is iconic, too. Yeah. Dude, whose job do you think it was to oil up Nicolas Cage on set? Because that guy earned his fucking paycheck, I'll tell you that much.
I wish it was ours.
Well, we'll get our opportunity. We just got to keep our eyes peeled.
I can see Cycly doing something like that.
This is fucking cool, dude. A Corvette just being towed behind the plane. That CGI looks good. Right?
That looks... Yeah.
I mean, that looks fucking cool.
I mean, if you don't think it's good, comment below and tell me a time that you were on a plane and it was towing a Corvette, and then send me a picture, and then maybe...
Yeah, also, if you've made it an hour and 30 minutes into... That's fucking awesome. An hour and 30 minutes into Con Air, and now you have a complaint about the CGI, like, what's going on?
those cars aren't really built to last a wreck anyway, but fuck.
He's like, no, I left my. Oh wait, you took mine. Insurance will cover that, right? A plane hijacked by convicts towed it 2,000 feet in the air. Why does Cusack not like this movie? It's pissing me off more as we keep
There's
going.
a little girl.
She made a friend. Now, granted, he's a psychopath, but this guy's been running the whole time. There's no way.
Too, dude. I love this scene.
How'd they get the liquor bottles?
They took it from that bar.
But wasn't he the only one that went in it?
I think everyone was on the ground just like taking shit.
Buscemi is. I love like criminals that are also like really intellectuals.
Yeah. Like, listen, man, I went to Oxford. Yes, I might have raped, killed, murdered, and ate a couple chicks, but
I was on the rowing team.
I know what's up and what's down.
I don't get how they know. Like, didn't he just find a letter from his daughter? How does that mean he's a free man?
Because basically like saying, like, Daddy, I can't wait until you're home next week and you're free.
Oh, okay. Uh-oh. This is about where I pick up on AMC, typically. Then this Malkovich monologue, I know this was like the reason he took this role.
He is great in this.
Yeah. You know another movie he's actually really good in, but the movie's horrible, is the third Transformers. Like, if you just watch his scenes, he's so funny. He plays like this insanely eccentric CEO of a tech company.
I've never even.
I would not lie to you. You would love just Malkovich's scenes in that movie. Oh yeah, now he's getting a little suspicious. Why would you just got a second lease on life? Why would you do this? Again, zero-calorie Dolph Lundgren with some really good facial acting. How much did July 14th? Oh, you would never do that.
Don't shoot the bunny. Nicolas Cage is like, why'd you do that? He's like, don't worry, it's in my contract. I gotta die in every movie. It's good.
All right, this is bad CGI. Also, do most FBI agents know how to operate an Apache helicopter?
Yeah, it's like week 1 shit, Jeff.
Okay, they do that before they even have you take the physical.
Yeah.
This is the stuff, like, anytime I watch, this is a weird day on set, because you show up, you're sitting in a fucking phone booth, you strap on the fake headset, and 55 different ways they're blowing a fan in your face, and then you're yelling at a person who's not there. Apache helicopters fuck, though, dude. Again, he dies in the arms of the main protagonist in every movie he's in.
It's seriously a death machine, like Patrick Stewart said in Ted.
They have machine guns and missiles.
It's an absolute death machine.
I guarantee, he goes, nothing is more powerful than a child's wish. Except an Apache helicopter. It's like, what? Those aren't even the comparable things.
I bet he like read that. He's like, just read it, Patrick. Just the way you read it. He's like, I don't know how to read this. Like, just read it the way you read it.
Just make it sound as British as possible. And then this is extra sugar Jason Statham, because that guy's fatter. Fucking. Maybe this part's why Cusack hates this movie, because this was probably 2 to 3 days of shooting, just him in the cockpit.
I think he hates it because it's just such a cult classic, and he's probably like, this is the dumbest movie ever. I can't believe people still like it.
Dude, it's so weird that actors hate the shit they're in that people like. I don't understand it. This pilot's been up here by himself. I mean, give him some company. So why don't they want to shoot down the plane again? Because now they're not over a city.
They want to shoot it down so they, basically kill all the fucking comics that took it over.
No,
But now
why does it
Poe's got taken over, so.
But Cusack's like, don't shoot it. I'm like, dude, at this point, like 99% of the people on there are convicted felons. We got the one lady cop and Poe. That's it. Cusack's like, oh God, finally someone listen to me, because Lord knows my wife doesn't. This guy who died, Bubba Gump Shrimp, I guarantee you Simon West was. Oh, nice. This chick is a badass. Simon West was like, all right, when you die, he's like, look, Simon, I've died plenty of fucking times. Okay.
Listen, don't tell a baby how to sleep.
Are you gonna tell John Lennon how to write a fucking song? I don't think so. Okay. This guy wants so badly to connect his chops to his mustache, but he's like a week away.
This is the perfect way to end this thing. And actually, the original script had it ending on 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue at the White House, which I would have hated.
Fuck that. Yeah.
Landing it in Vegas is fucking the coolest.
Why would these guys want to go to DC? That's like the last place they want to be.
And actually, Jeff, this is my greatest fun fact, maybe ever on the Broforce Squad. So they're about to land this in a Vegas casino. This actually happened. Because the Sands, which is an old school Vegas casino, which actually was shot Ocean's 11, the original. Sinatra played there, all that. They were going to demolish that casino and rebuild it in the downtown strip. I believe it's Bennigan's or something now. I don't know, but it's downtown Las Vegas. So they asked him, can you hold off for 2 weeks? We want to fucking basically use it for an explosion for this movie. And they said yes.
That's awesome.
So that didn't actually happen. The Hard Rock's still there, but they actually did blow up the Sands because they're going to blow it up anyway.
Dude, McDonald's.
There anymore
this CGI for 98 is not that bad, bro.
This is fucking fantastic.
The Apache helicopter shit was lower up, but we're back on track now.
There's Flamingo.
And I gotta say, I can't remember the pilot's name. He's doing a great job here. How many strippers lost their lives in this, though, you know?
Too many. Anytime a stripper dies, it's one too many.
One too many, agreed. No collateral damage is acceptable. He ran a red. Not there, that one was green, but before that.
God damn it.
Do you think they have time to get in a quick parlay?
Here's the Sands.
So what did they actually do here? This part is all practical?
This part is real right here. Like they actually blow up this casino because they're going to tear it down anyway. Which is sad. I love Vegas, but one thing's wrong with it is they're getting rid of all the classic casinos. Like the Sands should still be there. That's where like Sinatra and all that was.
Dude, that propeller flying off. Holy shit. Is she still trying to like be with the insulin guy? He's done. It's over. Honestly, the Sands, I think they improved it.
What if the instant guy's like, yeah, I can take a bullet. I just, can't eat sugar. Treasure Island behind there.
Nice. There's a couple cops who are like, look, I know we're chasing Con Air, but my wife said I am not allowed to go back to Vegas. Even if it's for work.
This is a great way to end this movie.
He said, oh, there are a couple cops are still alive. Okay, I didn't realize that.
Leave the money in the box.
Why didn't you put the bunny back in the box?
Do you think he just wakes up with his wife sometime in the middle of the night and just screams that? She's like, "You're not on the set of Con Air anymore. It's 2019.
He's like, yeah, don't remind me. God.
I still can't believe they won't greenlit Con Air 2 Lost in Space.
In space. You can't put in space in the title. I mean, there's just no fucking way.
Are you saying that Me, You, Banner, and Cycling wouldn't be there opening night if it was Con Air in space?
Not only would I be there opening night, it would be in fucking, like, 3D IMAX. Alright, it's not over yet.
If
That's
the
another
Cons are
trope.
smart, man, so they're going to prison for a really long time, so what they need to do is bet on futures. Because you can't bet on, like, the game tonight. You're not even going to see that money for a while. But bet on futures.
Exactly.
Bet on, like, right now, you'd make a ton of money. 98, like, yeah, Tiger's going to win, like, 8 more majors.
Why not? And then you just fucking sit on it.
You're just going to be in prison anyway.
This is another great action movie trope. Guy and girl kiss while, like, all the ambulances are there taking care of all the damage. I know this happens in both of the first 2 Rush Hours.
Like, listen, my wife doesn't love me anymore. I'd love to fornicate you.
Are they still married, technically, or how does that work?
It's because he's in prison? Yeah.
I don't know if she left him, but...
No, she didn't leave him. Jeff, have you ever read the Bible? It doesn't matter if you're incarcerated.
I've read the Old Testament, not the new one.
How does
Dude, this
Cyrus
guy-
get on top of a goddamn fire truck?
God, he's like fucking Tony Hawk on this thing.
And why does he care now? Why does he kill Cyrus?
At this point, you almost just have to be like, dude, you know what? I've worked a 50-hour week already, and it's only Thursday.
So neither of these people should be on a police fucking chopper, and both of them are.
I wish, this is just where, like, I wish the movie was worse. I wish Cusack was like, I don't know how to drive this. Like, you just drove a fucking Apache helicopter. Do most fire trucks just leave the fucking keys in it?
I love Cage. He's like, I defended my wife for people trying to rape her, and I got 9 years, but I'm just going to steal this fucking police car. Like, don't you think you'd learn
If
your
I'm
lesson?
Poe, my fight's over. Oh my god, the dropping of the donut.
Dropping of a donut, wow.
Jesus Christ. You know, Simon West went back and forth on that. Do we add that? I think Cage really does drive a motorcycle in real life. I don't believe any of this is him.
No,
but...
he does, yeah. I mean, but Cameron Poe's been locked away for 9 years, so you think he knows how, like, new motorcycles work?
Oh, this was back when instead of it on a hose, they just had the... This is actually kind of a cool set piece. Shooting them with the water hose.
Okay, I haven't seen this scene, I don't think, ever. Guess I've never really finished this movie.
I mean, an hour and a half in, you're like, I get it. Oh,
That'd
fuck.
be another cool thing for an episode, Jeff, is like top 5 movies that you've seen a million times but never seen all the way through. Like Forrest Gump would... You never just sat down with your wife, like, what do you want to watch tonight? Oh, let's watch Forrest Gump. It's always just on TV. Like, okay,
Dude,
I'll watch
the first Jack Reacher with Tom Cruise. I think I've seen the first half of that legitimately 7 times, but
Yeah.
never the end of it.
The original Transformers, I've never actually sat down and, like, saw on Netflix. It's always just been on TV halfway through, and I'm like, cool, I'll
What
watch
is this tool that Cyrus has? An actual tool that firemen use? Looks like a fire stoker, which would seem to be the opposite of what they would be trying to do. Ooh!
Who's driving this thing, Jeff? Don't you think they'd be like, oh shit, I have a wanted felon on my roof. Maybe I should stop?
It's the pilot guy, his boy.
Is a fucking Dalmatian driving it?
No, his handlebar
Okay,
mustache.
his boy's driving.
Pilot, yeah. They don't go anywhere without each other.
What if he's like, hey, Cyrus, there's actually a real fire I think we need to go put out?
It's like, well, shit, do you think they'd wipe some time off our sentence? I mean, I don't think it would quite even out, but yeah, it couldn't hurt.
Like, knock off a week?
All right, so your 120-year prison sentence is decreased a week.
119 years and 51 weeks.
Dude, okay, this is another action movie bingo trope. People just automatically knowing how to operate a piece of machinery they've never fucking touched in their life. Like right now, Cameron Poe knows what every goddamn lever does on the top of this fire truck. There's no way. This is cool. This is cool, actually. I like this death. You know you're a badass when you think that jumping on the roof of a car is somehow padding your fall.
That's awesome.
Like that's metal.
As someone that goes to Vegas about 2 times a year, if this happened, I'd be there with the yardstick margarita just thinking this was a free show.
Like
man,
hell
they
yeah.
went big this year. This is cool. Is this every Tuesday at 2 a.m. in the morning? Yeah, every Tuesday at 2 a.m. in the morning downtown we do this.
And dude, the money is great symbolism because you'll be like, Cameron Poe's not even interested in grabbing any of that.
I don't even care about the money. I just care about the bunny. God, why isn't that line in there?
Fuck.
Missed opportunity.
Great death. I'm gonna piss my fucking pants, but there's no way I'm walking away from this ending.
Get you see the director's like, okay, Cusack, you walk down, money flies over you. He's like, why don't I take it? Don't worry about that. Bunny flows, Cameron. Yeah, I'll pick up the bunny. Exactly. Okay, in action. Roll it.
They call him Cameron because Nicolas Cage will not be called Nicolas Cage on set.
He's such a method actor, you gotta call me by my character name.
Just so's you know, I forgot about that. There's now 3 men I trust. Oh my god. Yeah, his fucking one-liners.
Because a U.S. Marshal really cares if a convicted felon trusts him, so that's good.
Geiger, you can't put a price on respect. He still has his tie on. I mean, it's loosened up, obviously, but good for him.
Some people really care about image.
Fucking Cameron Poe. This is
The
like
only reason he stayed on the plane is to help his friend who's dead and to get a bunny. And that's the
one
plot.
out of 2 ain't bad. What if he walked up to the short-haired chick and kissed her instead? She's pretty hot.
I'll have to say, I totally forgot about this song. For obvious reasons, I'm not a chick, and I'm not a loser. But I had no clue this song was written for this movie. No clue.
If I'm an artist and you're like, we need you to write a pop song, like for Con Air, what the fuck am I even supposed to do with? You know what? Fine, I'll figure it out.
So much so, Jeff, if we went to a bar and had trivia and they said that, I would go up to the person and like, I don't think that's right. And I would probably have to Google it, and that would be right. There's a bunny full of blood. I love you.
I meant to get a haircut. Yeah, wipe it on your blood-soaked wife beater. That's what she wants. I kind of want to see a sequel of her just actually growing up to hate him. And now she sleeps around just because of her daddy issues.
Her dad's in prison. There's no way she won't kind of be, kind of promiscuous in her teen years.
She's like, look, I've actually had a lot of dads these past 4 years. Like, what do you mean? Well, there was Repairman Ron. There was that guy who worked at Best Buy. There was the dude who hit Mom a few times. It was kind of weird. But he fixed our TV, so.
Well, when Cameron Poe's on Ellen next week, he's like, yeah, I took down Cyrus the Virus, almost died in a plane crash. The scariest thing I ever did was meeting my daughter.
Like, oh, that's great. And how is your relationship with your daughter? I'm not going to lie to you, Alan. It is not great. Not great. That fucking pop song, who knew? Oh, wait, what is this? I forgot about this.
Is this like an after credit scene? Buscemi.
Is that an LIT?
Don't tell me he didn't kill a hooker in Vegas.
Not only is he killing a hooker, he's killing the fucking craps table.
They don't do this anymore. Where
no, I missed this shit.
Because I don't know who any of these people are. Like, who's Rolano or John Malkovich, Cyrus the Virus?
You have to introduce them all like they're all big stars.
Because back then, you're like, who the fuck's Dave Chappelle?
Honestly, I forgot how little of this movie Dave Chappelle is in. Buscemi and Trejo weren't even anything at this time either. She gets billed before.
Let's look up her. Is she hot now? What's her name? Landry?
I don't know. What did it say? Landry Albright. That's Casey Poe. Yep, she is definitely hot now. Good for her.
Hold on, I'm looking it up. We're the Broforce Squad. Sorry, I'm looking this up. Yeah, she is. Wow. Okay, good for her.
Good for her, yeah.
It's a little airbrush, but I believe the picture. That's fine. That was Con Air. Any lasting thoughts on that? Great action movie, I think. I think it's a mix of serious and kind of poppy, all mixed into one that you don't. I think the first Fast and the Furious has that. After a while, it doesn't. Ocean's 11 kind of has that, but it was a good action movie.
Yeah, dude, there are movies that are like quote unquote better movies, but they're just they're just boring and not as fun. So yeah, Con Air is an easy hour 55-minute watch. I'll put that shit on any day of the week.
All right, well, we're the Broforce Squad. Subscribe to us. You're probably listening to us on YouTube or iTunes, so do us a favor and click down there and subscribe to us. You can find all of our shit at broforcesquad.com. We tweet at us at Twitter. We're also on Letterboxd. I think that's pretty much it. We're on Facebook if you're on that.
But we're not really on Facebook. Don't try and...
We're not really on that, so don't even do it. Once again, click below on the description if you want to rent or buy Con Air. We'll also have some other cool shit down there. Until then, I'm Matt. He's Jeff. We'll see you next time.
Cyrus the Virus definitely could have been a WCW wrestler.
Every person in this movie was like a WCW wrestler.
Johnny 23. What's the 23? Is he just like an Air Jordan fan, or is that like how many girls he's raped?
I guess there is.